think that did it. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Let's hold on. Yeah, there you go.
Hey. Oh.
Now you need to play the applause again.
Oh yeah. Here, let me see. Let me go back to the.
So we have to start all over. So 3, 2, 1.
Wait. Tell me.
Okay. Cut. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Talk with three dudes with sound this time.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
for real this time.
We had a silent film going on at the beginning. That was like when we first started. We used to have like a bunch of technical difficulties.
What's a good thing I checked too, because I was looking up there and I was like, something doesn't seem right.
Right.
I was making sure because somebody was messing with these, and then
the kids.
I don't know if what the output's like. It seems fine, but I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out.
Interesting. So, guys, we haven't been on this podcast in months because of this damn COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's been wild.
I know.
It's been a wild ride.
It's been a roller coaster.
I haven't died, so there's that.
I haven't died either. Mortality rate so low, which is good. I'm not complaining. It's due to our... I guess you can say it's due to the social distancing. The mask, not so much, because the mask didn't really do much. But
I would think it would like have more of the, gunk or disease or something to it when like you're sneezing or you're breathing in, or I don't know.
I guess it's supposed to be so like if you do sneeze or cough, which I haven't heard anybody do in months, which is surprising.
right.
That's true.
No, yeah. So it's supposed to reduce the droplet amounts, but like Dr. Fauci said, I mean, it may, block maybe 1 or 2 droplets.
I don't believe anything he says anymore.
No.
Well, I mean, early on they had said don't buy, like there's even stories that say don't buy masks. They'll it'll make it spread more. And it's like,
yeah,
that doesn't make sense. Like just on original, just like looking at it, it's like that makes no sense. Why would you say that? I mean, even during regular cold and flu season, you see in a lot of countries, people wear surgical masks or cloth face coverings or whatever. So I mean, if nothing else, maybe more people will do that or stay the fuck home when they're actually sick. That would fucking help a lot.
Yeah, because usually I've seen coworkers come to work sick.
I know,
sometimes.
and they're fucking sick as fuck, and you're like, dude, like that's what fucking. Luckily enough, we get fucking sick days. Why don't you use them?
Now we do.
Yeah.
We used to before.
I didn't before.
Oh, well.
I didn't before. Now I have sick days. Like they added like 80 hours of sick days on my.
Oh wow! Really?
God damn! That's more than I get.
Yeah,
damn.
80 hours. So I was like,
that's 2 weeks.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I don't even get that many days.
That's
I think I get like 3.
Yeah, no, I think I get 5.
Fuck.
You get 5?
Yeah, I get 3.
Yeah, I get 5 for the whole year, but I end up not fucking using them.
When I get to use them.
Well, I mean, I don't really get sick. Like,
you want to get sick?
I mean, sure, why not?
Oh man, but
I mean, I get hungover more often than I get sick. So.
Oh, there you go. You're sick.
There's that.
That is a sickness.
That's true.
It is a type of sickness. Yes.
It's not a good time when you're hungover.
No, hell no. Especially when you get older.
So, I mean, I understand why we had to do the whole quarantine thing. Like, I guess the scary part about this whole thing was that the symptoms, right, didn't show up for like 2 weeks or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, yeah, but like the 2 weeks turned into fucking 2 months now.
Yeah.
So now they don't show up in 2 months, so it keeps.
Well, no, I'm saying like this whole fucking quarantine bullshit.
Oh, the quarantine. I'm talking about just symptoms in general.
I don't know about that. I mean, they've done, like the antibody testing, to suggest, and then the results are suggesting that people had it even before they thought it was even here. Had it and fought it off.
Like November, right?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Some type of was it the same strain? Was it COVID-19 or?
Yeah, I mean they're saying that.
But I remember when you were sick back, and you were sick for a while too.
December.
Yeah.
I was sick.
Jen got early, like Jen got sick like early in the year, probably like January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she was sick for a while, probably like a couple weeks, and then kind of got over it.
Yeah. Like a lingering cough, and it just
Rebecca got really sick. Like I hadn't seen her for like a month, or a little longer than a month actually. She got really sick. She said she's never gotten that sick before, so she's pretty sure she had gotten it.
Yeah.
And then like she's like she felt weak, and just dehydrated, and she's like, I've never been this sick before.
So,
pretty weird.
There's antibody testing out there. I don't know how accurate it is, or.
But you really think people are gonna go over there and get tested? Well, I think some.
I mean, at this point, why not? It's just.
It would have been smart. I know it's the government, but if they would have just sent a packet of the testing to everybody in their house or something.
Well, yeah, but the way that the testing was done, that wasn't viable.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have the.
Have you seen somebody get that test?
Yeah, you put their nose all the way to the back
and
shit like that.
Yeah, like you get this long ass fucking Q-tip, you stick it in your nose until it touches your butthole, and then you pull it out. Like it goes all the way in there.
All the way.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
It's a new way to get a rim job. Painful.
Yeah.
But they now have the blood one now, right?
That's the antibody test.
But they say it's not that accurate though.
Yeah, I don't know
what I read.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I haven't looked into it.
What's the country in Africa that?
Oh, that tested a goat and a fruit.
Yeah, and they both tested positive for COVID-19.
Yeah. They both tested positive for it. Yeah.
It's incredible. Who knows what's going on, man? But
yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of shit. I mean, that they were sending out tests that were contaminated with it.
I've been hearing plenty of good news actually. 'Cause Rebecca works at UCSD. They've been doing some research, and they have subjects that have COVID-19, but the majority of them have already been discharged. There was a 93-year-old lady that got discharged, and she's fine awesome now, man.
Yeah, because that's like more of the, obviously the people you worry about more was like the 40, 50, 60 plus were the ones that you were that were supposed to be like the hardest hit or whatever.
Yeah.
But the nursing homes got hit like hard, man.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Of course, they were testing remdesivir, so I guess that has some good things going on or whatnot. Some promising things showing, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
So did you guys do anything interesting during this time?
Fuck no.
I've been working from home. I've been working from home. It fucking sucks. I was never a fan of it when it was optional.
Yeah.
And now that it's fucking mandatory, I really don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's just, I mean, it just feels like fucking. It feels like you're not. I mean, I have a fucking a home office, and I'm just in there like all fucking day.
It's too many distractions.
No, like I have a home office, so it's literally just like I go in there, I close the door, and I'm just in there all day. But it's just like, I mean, at least when I'm at work, like I'll get up and walk around a little bit, talk to coworkers, or like lunchtime, right. we'll walk around. I don't know. I guess I could do that now.
It seems like lunchtime and break time at home turns into like, oh, I got to take care of this. I got to clean this. Oh, I got to do the dishes or whatever.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's not really lunch. It's not really break.
Yeah.
Nah, I had to go in the office every day, so I didn't get to work from home. So it was cool. Just business as usual, I guess.
Pretty busy?
Oh, yeah. Right now we're busy. Even with the schools no kids right now, this is when they're playing catch-up trying to get all that. But I know funding right now, I think they're worried about funding right now, so I don't know.
St. Francis?
No.
Oh, where are they going?
What
school are they going to?
The units?
Oh, wait. Why am I talking about school?
You were talking about... He was asking you about work, and then he was telling you that some of the schools... We're trying to.
Oh, because you do the units for the school. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the kids. I'm way off.
No. The kids, I don't know. I was talking to.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, no, because I asked the maintenance guys, and they'll be like, so what is gonna happen with the kids and stuff? Because they know, and they're like, I don't know. I think they're gonna do an on, so half day on, half day off. So some of the kids will go half day, and the other kids will not go half day. But they don't know. But I know. CDC came out with that other one, which is kind of crazy because they're pretty much just gonna stay inside all day.
So sharing isn't caring anymore, right?
Right.
That's the thing is like, I mean, there's a lot of advancement that's being made in terms of people finding out that like, people that are more deficient in vitamin D, are, tend to have more troubles with it.
Yeah.
Gotta get that sunlight, man.
But yeah, so maybe stay inside wasn't the.
Nah, probably wasn't the smartest thing.
Wasn't the thing to do.
I mean, it was maybe smart in the beginning because we didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, I mean, we know that flus and in those types of viruses typically spread during the wintertime for us because you have more people staying inside, reduced sunlight, that sort of thing. That's nothing new, I guess.
Yeah. No, but this was.
I wouldn't say I knew it. I wouldn't say I knew it all along. But I mean, it's one of those things. It's like looking back on it, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So maybe arresting people at the beach, maybe arresting people at parks, doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. But
yeah, like it's funny. I saw a chick yesterday running with a mask on. I was like,
yeah, they don't recommend you do that.
Yeah, no.
Yes, they don't.
Yeah,
it's more harmful to you.
Yeah.
Speaking of schools and CDC, did you see that CDC said that it's hard to the virus doesn't spread as easily on surfaces?
Yeah, everybody was going crazy over that because touching metals stay for 3 hours or something, or half a day or something. I don't remember, but
Amazon packages.
GPS, and now all of a sudden it's like,
you don't have to worry too much.
Here's the thing about that. It's like, how did they not know that sooner, or did they know that sooner and they just didn't tell people?
It was too early, man. I think because it once again it's a different strain of the SARS.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like, wouldn't that be one of the first things you study? Like, I mean,
yeah. Well,
how long, how is it spread?
Yeah.
That goes along with,
with early testing. I mean, you just don't really know. You need time.
Yeah.
You need time. Who's to say, like, within the first week, it only stays 3 hours, 2 hours. Maybe it might stay longer. Who knows?
Well, but that's the thing is, I would imagine, again, it's like, that's one of the first things you try to figure out. How are people getting this? That goes along with the whole, like, if they found that it was droplet based.
Or they just did it just to scare people and just have them to stay home.
I mean, you do have those conspiracy theories and stuff.
I'm just saying. But
that's not a conspiracy theory in terms of, like, what's happening here in the state. I mean, it's very clear what's happening in the state. You have Gavin Newsom asking the federal government for
bailout
for $1 trillion, and it's like, granted, it's not just for California; it's for the Western state suicide pact. Of asking for $1 trillion, and when that gets denied, guess what the thing is going to be? Well, Orange Man bad. That's why we didn't get $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Even though early on, Gavin Newsom liked to refer to California as a nation state because 5th largest economy.
Oh, and the surplus we have.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Fart in the wind.
Dude, I just realized we didn't even talk about what whiskey we're drinking today.
Oh no, we didn't.
We totally went into the whole COVID thing.
Yeah, well.
So we're having Woodford Reserve. So I picked this up in San Diego. Belching Beaver went and picked their own barrel. Shout out to my cousin Judy. She's the one who gave me a heads up. She's like, hey, Belching Beaver has their own whiskey. I was like, well, technically it's not their own whiskey. What you're able to do, you can go to distillery, taste from different barrels, whichever one you like. You purchase that barrel, they'll bottle it for you.
This is good. This is spicier than it's spicier and a little bit more flavorful than the standard Woodford. So I want to say, no, it's 45 proof or 45%. So yeah, I don't know. They picked a good one because this is a little bit more flavorful than second.
A little bit more,
a little like
a little spicier.
Yeah, cherry taste.
So I'll read the notes on a regular Woodford. So
like
basically,
cherry vanilla.
Yeah, I was thinking about that right now.
Basically, the mash bill for Woodford features a high percentage of rye, 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malt. So this one probably has a slight higher percentage of rye.
Yeah, it's a little spicier than the normal.
Usually I don't like it, but yeah.
On the nose, it's quite thick and creamy. There are notes of honey and spice, leather, a touch of cocoa, a little smoke, toasty oak, a vanilla cream with a hint of butterscotch. On the palate, thick and full. There are notes of espresso beans, winter spice, cereal sweetness, plenty of rye, ground ginger, almond oil, toasty oak, and a little rum. On the finish, long and mature with notes of cereals and toasty oaken spice. That's just on the regular Woodford.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I like it. If I mean, I'd like regular Woodford.
Yeah, you
but this one is
down that one bottle yet.
Yeah.
When we're doing our little get-togethers on what's that?
Zoom.
Zoom.
That reminds me, I gotta cancel my membership.
Yeah.
No Zooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
San Diego. Yesterday they opened up dine-in, so you can dine in now.
There's some in Riverside County that are doing that. I don't know if it's been approved, but I know one of my favorite breakfast places is doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there.
Which place is that?
I'm not gonna say. What if they get busted?
Oh, good point.
Like today when I was at work, we're doing some training, and then they're like, "Oh, let's go get some lunch." And they're like, "Well, let's go see if there's a dine-in." And one of the guys turns around, he's like, "I'm not comfortable doing that right now." I was like,
"Okay, well then you can eat shit."
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying how crazy it is now that people have to think about that now. Like, oh, do I feel comfortable? You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
More and more people just don't give a shit anymore. They're just
I'm done. I'm done giving a shit.
They're over it now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I'm done giving a shit about it.
Like if an establishment requires me to wear a mask, I'll fucking wear a mask. Whatever. You know.
Yeah.
That's their.
I mean, yeah, it's it's whatever. It's their right.
Yeah, it cracks me up when people are like, "Well, it's violating my rights. I don't have to wear a mask." It's like,
no,
bro, like it's their business.
Well, yeah, like if I went over to your house and you said, "Hey, can you take your shoes off before you come in?" No, it's my right to wear my shoes in your house.
Yeah.
No, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah. Be like, oh, okay. Well, you're well within your right to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm sure most of those people that are like that probably were pissed off about the baker having to make that cake for the gay couple.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it's the same thing, dude. It's their own business. Yeah. If they require you to wear a mask, wear a mask.
If you don't want to wear one, guess what?
Go somewhere.
Don't give them your money. Exactly. Because you don't agree with what they're. I mean, think about it. Right now, more than anything, like small businesses need money, right? Mm-hmm. So if there's a small business that's doing things a way that you don't agree with, don't give them your money. Yeah. Go somewhere else where you're not gonna fucking have to wear a mask. I saw a sign in front of fucking they were announcing that like some of the restaurants are going to open, a sign in front of an IHOP that said masks not required but recommended.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, like just go with that.
Yeah, But then you also have some of the people are like, "Oh my god, he's not wearing a mask."
Yeah.
Like,
oh
dude,
yeah.
You get that look,
dude. No, I've seen that. Fucking, I've seen people. It too. I've seen on Facebook people. Like, I went out and people weren't wearing their mask, and it's like, okay, what were you doing out?
If you're so scared, say
yeah. If you fucking want it, like nobody made you the fucking mask patrol, right? So if you're scared, if you want people to wear their mask and they're not going to wear their mask around you, then stay home. Everybody in your home will wear a mask around you if you make them. If you're scared, I don't know. Like it's just the fucking mask patrol thing just cracks me up. So many fucking Karens.
So many Karens. So Rebecca's on this group in San Diego where basically they just report crimes.
Yeah.
This lady said she was walking her kid on a stroller and this jogger was coming towards her, not wearing a mask, jogging. And she's like, went like that to make him stop, but he didn't. He just like ran by her and grinned and she like reported it like it was a crime. That shit had me dying.
Yeah. Should have gone like this.
Just kept on running.
Yeah. Like, why the fuck would you worry about somebody running? Like, I'm pretty sure if they were sick, they wouldn't fucking be out running, right?
Yeah.
But they're asymptomatic. No, I'm pretty sure that even if, like, somebody runs by you,
like what's the survival rate of this COVID-19? It's like 98%?
98, 99%, yeah.
Yeah. Seems pretty good. Pretty good to me.
I'll take my chances. I mean, I am. I'm here, right?
True.
Yeah.
Killing the virus with this. Yeah.
We would have been here last week, but somebody was in San Diego.
I was in San Diego, guys. My bad.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That was funny though. That's happening. All right, I'm in San Diego. Damn it!
I know, dude. I was excited too. I was like, I'm in San Diego.
That's not social distancing.
Man. Oh, dude, I checked. Did you guys hear about the bioluminescent waves?
Yeah, we went to go see them.
Yeah, I saw them too.
It was fucking crazy packed when we went, though.
Oh, really?
Like,
which beach you go to?
Fuck, I don't remember which one. I don't remember because I didn't drive. So.
I saw them at La Jolla, and then the other one at Ocean Beach.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was telling Eddie, like, when we were, I think, in high school, remember when we used to go to Newport Beach and Huntington, well, mostly Newport Beach all the time?
Spot that we used to go all the time.
To the spot? Yeah, I was telling him, I remember seeing it there one year, and I was like, do you remember that? And he's like, no. I was like, you must have been under the influence at the time.
Yeah,
so most likely.
Most
likely.
I mean,
most
yeah.
likely, yeah.
Because I remember seeing that, and, like, I saw that it was a blue light in the waves. I was like, I looked behind me. I'm like, am I tripping?
But even when it happen, like even when it's happening, it doesn't happen with every wave.
Mm-mm.
And then like even if you're in that same area, it doesn't happen every single time. So that's kind of the crazy part about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was telling Jen, I was like, yeah, I forget which beach we went to, but I was like, yeah, we should have gone to Huntington. Like they don't kick you out there. Like at least they didn't when we used to go.
Oh well, Newport.
Yeah, Newport did. But remember when we used to go to Huntington, like all they told you was like just the fire pits, like you know, to put them out or like let them burn out or whatever. That's true. They would just basically tell us, hey, like if you guys are gonna go swimming, there's not gonna be any lifeguards. So you know, at 10. But then like at Newport, fucking they would kick you out for sure.
Oh yeah,
but not at Huntington. At least not when we used to go.
No.
When we used to go? That was Huntington Beach, right? Yeah.
Well, we would go to Huntington, but there was this one place because we had this one spot in Newport. We used to park in this like kind of like a residential area.
Yeah.
And then used to be able to walk on the beach. That was Newport, but sometimes the Coast Guard or whatever would, not Coast Guard, but lifeguards or whatever would come and be like, all right, it's time to.
Yeah, I think when we went like later towards the day, we would end up going to Huntington, but like if we went there early, we would go to Newport.
Yeah, that's true. We used to go out there with Omar and Chumps. That spot, we took a pizza there one time, and that was after we went to Knott's.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, bro, good times. But it's kind of nice. Like I know like beaches were mostly closed, like Orange County, LA, but I didn't tell anybody really. But San Diego beaches were pretty much open.
Yeah,
I mean, I think like the Orange County beaches were pretty much open.
Mm-hmm. Like, just LA County beaches.
Well, because the people of Huntington, they give a fuck. They were just over it.
Well, yeah, not just that, but it's like there was some fucking picture that was taken with a wide-angle lens, and they made it look way more crowded.
Thing, yeah.
And then they showed a picture from the helicopter of that same day, and it was like everybody was all spread out. Mm-hmm. And it was like, and then the governor got his fucking panties in a bunch and called out fucking Orange County beaches specifically, and they got pissed, which they should. You know, why the fuck is he like, oh, well, we're gonna close all the beaches? No, well, fuck you. And then they started having protests.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that governor has no idea what he's doing.
I think you're right. I think it's not just like picking the lesser of two evils, but knowing that like his party will back him. So he'll just say, well, we just did it, we kept that shutdown going for 5 months just because, better safe than sorry. If it saves just one life, that sort of thing.
Whereas people overlook that there's other lives in danger, such as suicides have gone up.
Oh yeah, because people.
Yeah. I went back to look for the article, but I couldn't find it. I saw somebody had posted that like suicides were outnumbering the COVID-19 deaths in San Francisco.
Really?
I think I saw that. And I scrolled past it and then I tried to go back to it so I could actually read it, and I couldn't find it anymore.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of secondary stuff we don't really look at. People losing their homes, jobs, dude. Starving.
So, a friend of mine was telling me that she knew somebody who had a family business that was in the family for, over 60 years. Mm-hmm. And they ended up losing the business.
Dang.
But so lost the business, but I guess the guy like tried to apply to get the loans, but it didn't work and then he tried to get help to feed his family, but supposedly he made too much, so he couldn't get any help. Guy hung himself.
No.
Yeah, wife hungry, kids hungry. Ooh. What is he gonna do?
That's terrible, man. Yeah. That's horrible to hear.
Yeah. So that's and it's funny because it's like every time I would remember to ask, it was always the same answer. So anytime somebody would I would bring up, I would run across somebody that was like, "Oh yeah, we need to stay home and save a life." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, are you still working? Oh yeah, I'm still working. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like people can't. It's so fucking common.
It's like talking from privilege, right?
That people can't see past their own situation.
Yeah, it's like talking from a point of privilege. It's like, well, you're still working. Of course, you're okay with.
Yeah.
Or at least you're still getting paid, right? Because there are some people that are probably staying home getting paid still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially people like maybe work at colleges, like they get paid.
Yeah.
Because to not go in,
Teachers still get paid.
Teachers or whatnot. So
well, some of them do.
Not all of them, but some of them.
I mean, some of them were coming up on summer break anyway, so. But yeah, I mean, it's entertaining to me that it's you really can't see past your own situation. Mm-hmm. You think everybody is still getting paid, and then you have the other people that are unemployment or got furloughed. Oh well, now they're making fucking whatever unemployment was plus $600.
Yeah,
they get called they get called back to work. They're like, "Fuck you! I'm making an extra $600."
Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, how long is that gonna last?
I thought if they refuse work.
Well, here's the thing. It's always supposed to have been that way, right? With fucking that has always been the law all along. Mm-hmm. It's like if you have an unemployment claim, and then you get offered work and you refuse it, that's supposed to be it. Like you're done. But with everything going on, like there's people that were trying to get a hold of the fucking unemployment offices for, and
they couldn't.
And this, I mean, many years ago when I was unemployed, like I would try to call, and it would happen. Like if you called past like 10 a.m.,
you're fucked.
They would tell you like, oh yeah, like don't even like call again tomorrow, basically. Yeah. So I mean, you can imagine. Then this was like years ago. I mean, you can imagine now.
I was listening to the radio today and talk show, and then they were talking about how people on unemployment are making more than going back to work. So now what they would do, the boss will tell them, "Well, come back to work. I'll pay you your hours and stuff like that." He's like, "No, I'm okay. I don't want to get to work. I'm getting paid more over here." But then he will call like 2 days later and say, "Okay, I'll come back to work, but can you pay me cash under the table?"
Really?
Because they wanted a double dip.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I was like, "No fucking way." He's like, "Yeah, it was crazy." I was like, "Oh shit!"
See, people like that
think about that,
mess up the whole, the social net or whatever that's supposed to take care of people that actually do need it. Messes it up for people like that.
Well, yeah. It's just
terrible, man.
Yeah, and I mean that's the unfortunate and like, but the thing that I always found funny with that, it's like, well, how long is that gonna last? Like that's not permanent. Like
it's not. And then they want us to, I don't know. Some people want us to do it until the virus is cured. Well, regular flu has been around forever, and there's no cure for it.
And we have a vaccine, and we have vaccines for it, right? Supposedly,
we have vaccines, but the thing is, every year it's a different strain. So it's like shooting in the dark. Like, oh well, hopefully this year the vaccine will protect you from it. But most of the time, no.
That's why I was asking Jen. I was like, even if there's a vaccine, like, would you get it? She was like, well, yeah, I think so. I was like, why don't you get the flu vaccine? Mm-hmm. No, I asked her. I was like, do you get the flu vaccine? She's like, well, no. I was like, well, why don't you? Well, why is your answer different?
I'm surprised she's not required to, especially in her line of work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's required or not. Like I remember when I worked at Kaiser, like that's one of the things. That's one of the things they did like before, and not just the first time. Like every time I would go back, like I would have to get a blood draw, and they would look at it and they'd be like, oh damn. They're like, yeah, really high titers. And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, you mean it's like you have really good immunity for like all of these. I was like, well, yeah, because I was fucking in the military. They fucking just give you fucking shit for everything. I was like, I got fucking smallpox vaccination. I was like, who the fuck has that these days?
No, that's true.
So, I mean, it was, but yeah, I don't know if that's required or not. Like I remember being overseas, and I think they try to make it. So they try to make flu vaccinations like mandatory, and I knew guys that were like, they were like, you're gonna get the flu vaccination or you're gonna go home. They're like, okay, send me home.
Really?
Meanwhile, TB was floating around.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck? Like, and I mean, you get health checks and shit like that, but it's like, how the fuck do you have fucking TB floating around, but you want to make fucking flu vaccines? Like, handle fucking TB first. Yeah, that's an easy one.
So by TB you mean Tebow, right?
No, fucking.
I know tuberculosis. Yeah. That thing that killed what's his name, Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Chew is saying it's crazy how many people think this will last forever.
But not just that, it's like, oh, and then you have people like, oh, well, we need to keep the shutdown going until we have a vaccine.
It's like there's not gonna be a cure, and vaccine's gonna take maybe a year or two, and then the person that wants a vaccine is fucking Bill Gates. Like, hold up, the computer nerd guy, we're listening to that guy. Yeah. Okay,
we'll listen to the experts. What experts? Bill Gates. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the expert all of a sudden.
The guy who invented computer viruses.
Yeah. He couldn't keep computer viruses off fucking computers, but you're supposed to fucking keep viruses out of people. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Bill Gates. I believe you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, going back to the whole business thing, I find it funny that big corporations were able to stay open. Amazon made 141% profit increase, some shit like that.
Well, yeah, because everybody was home fucking bored.
Yeah. I'm one of them.
I've gotten a bunch of Amazon shit.
Shoot.
Well, it's not just that. It's like, then you get this whole thing of like, California is gonna fucking push for vote by mail, like, and now they're because because of the scary virus. You're not pushing it because of the virus. You're pushing it because it's a perfect opportunity. It's a perfect opportunity to increase your chances for voter fraud.
Yeah.
So, I know this whole thing that happened in Michigan,
Pennsylvania, like a couple other places.
Well, where Trump had tweeted out, he threatened that he was going to withhold.
Oh yeah.
So people were freaking out, but first of all, it's a tweet. It's not official.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was a miscommunication between him and the lady or whatever, the state secretary or whatnot. He thought they were sending out unsolicited mail-in ballots, which that is illegal, by the way.
Well, in a way, they do that here in California with motor voter. And you go and get a fucking driver's license, and they register you to vote.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but I mean the mail-in ballot, though.
Right. Yeah.
So it is illegal to send in unsolicited mail-in ballots. But what was sent out were applications to do mail-in ballots.
We get that too, though. Yeah, we've been getting those.
Yeah, we have.
Like when you get your fucking voter guide in the back, it says like, check this box and send it back if you want to be a mail-in voter.
Which I think I'm a mail-in voter.
I am too.
Myself.
I'm not. I actually like going in.
But like you still have the option to walk in with your mail-in ballot to the polls and just turn it in.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's that. I don't know. I just like actually going there.
Yeah.
And filling out the actual ballot.
But yeah, there's just been too many cases where there's been voter fraud in those cases, and it's not just a danger for Republicans, but also Democrats too. Like for both sides. Why would you want to deal with voter fraud? With
the accusation of like just putting that doubt in people's minds, right?
Right.
Like, oh yeah, like, this is a possibility. Look, it's already happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it can happen anywhere.
The United States Postal Service losing ballots or finding them months later.
They lose all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, fuck. If you want to talk about ordering shit, like if USPS hasn't lost one of your fucking things in your entire lifetime, that means you don't order things online.
That's me. But Amazon did lose one of my orders. I ordered 2 yoga mats, and that was like in January. And to this day, I haven't gotten them. And I for some reason, I was like, wait, I haven't gotten those mats. And I hit them up. I was like, hey, I haven't gotten these. They're like, oh, yeah, that order's lost. Like, do you want a reimbursement? Do you want those mats? Like, I want those mats. Like,
yeah,
I bought them for my parents and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that's the only time I've lost anything was through Amazon, but not USPS yet.
Yeah, no, I've had USPS lose shit for sure.
You seem to have some pretty bad luck with USPS.
Telling you,
where they're like local. I've seen where like
they'll be like, oh, like it's in fucking it's in West Covina, and then all of a sudden it ends up going to Tennessee or some dumb shit.
Or fucking Chicago.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck? Like what? Why?
Doesn't make. I could have just picked it up.
Yeah, like literally, I could have driven over there. I could have driven to Riverside or San Bernardino or whatever it was.
Yeah,
before it even went to fucking Tennessee.
It's like, give me heads up. Hold it there. Don't mail it somewhere else. I'll go pick it up.
Yeah.
I'll save you the trouble. How about that?
Yeah, and then it's funny because I've had FedEx like they'll mark like, oh yeah, like during this fucking time when I've been at home, oh yeah, business was closed, direct or couldn't get a hold of recipient, delivery attempt, and it's like, no, you fucking didn't. Like I was here the whole time.
Lies.
Here's the thing: I had one where they did that. They marked it as fucking that I wasn't home.
Yeah.
But check this out. It was FedEx. They dropped something off at my house, but it wasn't even mine. It was my neighbor's.
They've done that before here too.
And the fucked up thing is like, and like my neighbor has his garage, like he has his fucking desk set up, like just kind of looking out in the street.
Yeah.
Like I guess kind of working outside. Like it's cool. It's a cool setup.
Right.
But like I go over to him, like I picked up the box, and the box looks like somebody had already tried opening it. It was like a box from Target. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was Jen's, but I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is a neighbor's. So I took it over there, and I was like, hey, man, like, they just dropped this off. Like, I didn't try to open it. They fucking sent it like this. Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to tell my wife you try to open it. I'm like, oh, all right. I was like, well, you can look in there and then tell them I opened it. I don't care. But, yeah, it's just, it was funny because they're like, oh, yeah, we attempted delivery. Bitch, you dropped off something that wasn't even for me.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
That's wild. So what have you guys been doing to like entertain yourselves during this whole time?
Fucking nothing. I've been working. Like I don't know. The funny thing is like I never thought that my experience in Afghanistan would come in handy. Like it would have prepared me for being here.
Because that's what you would do.
That's what we
right?
do. Like it was literally like I had joked, and it's funny because I brought it up to people that I worked with when I was over there, and they were like, "Dude, no shit." Like I was just telling somebody about that. Because, like, when we were over there, like, I would always joke with them. It's like, dude, I spent more time with you guys than I do with, like, my family when I'm home.
Yeah.
It's like, because I go to work, I come home, chill out for a little bit, go to sleep. Now it's like, you wake up, you're fucking there. With whoever's fucking at home, like, you're there all day.
Yeah.
Forever.
The one cool thing is not having to wear pants.
I did ask when this whole thing first started, and they were like, oh, yeah. I was like, look. I was like, because they did like, oh yeah, this is the remote working policy or whatever. It was like I read it over. I was like, look, I see here, there's no mention of pants being mandatory. I was like, I just want to clear that up, right? They're like, no, pants are not mandatory. I'm like, yes, fuck yeah.
I mean, that is kind of cool.
That's funny. I've been doing a lot of cleanup though.
Cleanup. Oh, you got a new fence. I saw.
Yeah, we got a new fence.
Looks really good, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, we got a new fence. We're gonna start gardening. We just started gardening, so we started planting more stuff. And then, I want to put a tree in front of the house, so I'm trying to find a good shade tree.
What kind of tree?
I don't know.
Just shade tree?
Shade tree.
Okay.
If I had your backyard, what I would do?
What?
Chickens.
Dude, we had that conversation.
Strips.
Yeah.
We had that conversation.
Eggs, dude.
I know. I really wanted, but I had to I have to build like a chicken coop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know how many chickens to get. I was thinking 2.
All of them, bro.
All of them.
I would get like 4.
That's the legal limit here too.
Like
I actually fucking
look, bro. You already got 9 cats.
Like 3 like 3 or 4. Fucking, you get eggs every day. Yeah. I mean, you could buy like pre-built, like you could buy for like 4 or 5 chickens. You can buy fucking a chicken coop that's like probably a little bit bigger than a doghouse, and they'll be fine.
Stephanie said a goat. Para la birria.
Nah, that's
some goat milk.
That fucker will eat anything up in the back right there.
I mean, I guess that's good.
He'll eat your vinyl fence.
Fuck
yeah. Your brand new vinyl fence.
But chickens we did, because I even fucking researched it, tried to see what kind of hens to get.
Yeah, my backyard's a little bit too small for that. I thought about it, but it's too small.
But my dogs would fucking kill those fucking chickens.
And the cats.
They would.
And the cats.
But you know what, though? It would be a good combo, because the cats take care of the mice.
The chickens
would take care of the mice.
That too.
That's true. Yeah.
They would. But yeah, dude. Eggs. Huevos. That's a falta.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hacen falta los huevos.
No. I don't believe.
Yeah. No, that's what I would do. I mean, I looked into it, but I was like, no, it's too. Like I thought about it. I was no, it's just too small.
Yeah.
So.
No, we did think about it when the quarantine first started. Me and Arlene, because we started buying like stuff to have, and I was like, eggs. And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, we should get some chickens. And she's like, at first she was hesitant. She's like, nah. Yeah. And
then she went to go look for eggs, and she couldn't find any.
And then I started like talking to her like, what kind of hens? Because I actually researched the fucking.
Did you?
And then I was looking. I was like, well, we can get these kind of chickens. I think they were red feather. I forgot. But anyway.
Those are apples. So Red Delicious. Those are apples.
Apples. Chickens. Red.
Yeah.
But
Red Delicious.
But yeah, but at the end I didn't want to do it because it was too much work.
This one's Wendy's.
We used to have chickens when I used to live in Whittier, and I mean they weren't too difficult to take care of.
Nah, they're not.
We had a big ass backyard too. So
we had chickens too, and some of the chickens would give like green tinted eggs.
Yeah.
Green tinted eggs, brown ones.
Yeah, they almost look like Easter eggs almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the good thing about that, it's like when the eggs come out, they have like this coating that it's like a natural preservative type thing, so you have to refrigerate them.
Yeah, so you don't that's the thing in the UK.
Yeah.
Like they don't refrigerate their eggs because they're not washed.
They're not.
Here in the US they wash them, so
yeah,
they have to be refrigerated.
They have to.
It's funny. I noticed the white eggs against like the brownish kind of reddish eggs. The yolk is like so brighter on those.
It's not. That really doesn't have anything to do with it. That's more diet. You know what the difference is between a white egg and the red eggs? The white chickens lay white eggs, and the brown chickens lay the brown eggs. But the bigger difference is like in feed. Like if you have like. When they're not grain fed, or like when they get a more varied diet or like a better diet, that's when the yolks like turn like darker yellow.
Yeah, and
then the store bought ones, and they're so much better.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, they're delicious. I was eating them like, man.
So Stephanie has a good question. Aren't chickens illegal because the Newcastle disease? They were rounding them up and killing them a couple months ago.
Here in Harupa Valley, yes, they were.
They were.
Who knows?
They were for a little bit. In terms of like whether I don't know if that continued. They actually, I heard something about like rabbits recently, like very recently in the past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Like some kind of sickness with.
Well,
rabbits.
Stephanie, we're Mexican, so we're used to illegal. We know how to hide illegals. We're good.
I mean, here that's the least thing you got to worry about in people's backyards is chickens.
Yeah. Okay, so rabbits now, huh?
Yeah, I heard something about rabbits. I didn't get to.
Dude, there's been so many like news stories of like, oh, now this is coming out. Oh, now this is coming out. It's like, dude, relax.
The murder hornets. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and bro, you know what that ended up being?
What?
That ended up being like they found like 2 of them, and one of them was dead already. And it was like they made it seem like, oh my god, it's the end of the fucking world. Like there's a huge swarm of them.
I don't know if you guys remember when we were little, the fucking Africanized bees.
Yeah.
And even in the news, I remember because I was scared shitless too because they were like, oh, the Africanized bees are coming. They're murderous. People are gonna die. I remember that, and I guess after a whole, after living through all those end of the worlds like so many times, you're like, I'm over it, dude. Like. Well, you know what? It's always sensationalized. Like, whatever. Yeah. If I die, I die at this point.
I think I'm immune to stings.
Are you?
When I was younger, I got stung by like at least 20 to 30 of them.
I don't know if that means you're immune. I don't know if that works.
I don't know. Means you're not,
it just means you're not allergic to it.
No, for sure. I wasn't. Fucking blown up like a balloon for sure.
I bet, dude. Dang, that sucks. By bees?
Dude, no, they were wasps.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Even worse. Oh, and it's funny because
they don't die.
Hell no, they kept on coming after
That's why they come after you is because they don't die. Like bees, like it's funny because I've seen a few bees in my front yard, like on the driveway, and like they'll be in the shade and they're all kind of like start shriveled up, like because in the morning when it's cold, like they're almost kind of like they're almost like
frozen,
like the cold affects them, right? And like when they're in their hive, I guess they have enough warmth, but like when you see 1 or 2 of them out. And I've seen this before where it's like I've seen one that like looked like it was almost dying and shit, and I've picked it up and then I'll go put it in like a sunny patch, and then like after 20-30 minutes it warms up, just flies away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, bees like when they sting you, the stinger just rips out all their intestines.
Yeah, so they die. That's why they don't. That's why bees like don't come after you, but wasps don't give a fuck.
No.
They're just like
those are fucking brutal.
Yeah,
because they don't die, so they're like fuck it.
Stephanie said, "Tough guy."
Yeah.
Yeah, I got penetrated 20 times.
Fuck.
Dude, and I lived. No?
And I lived.
Sí le gustó.
You don't know my life. No,
Nothing
no.
lives.
I see no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that, Stephanie. I figured that's who you called tough guy. Oh man, it's been so long since we've been able to hang out, man.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Oh my god.
When they first opened, you could go golfing. I was like, "Fuck!" I told my coworker, "Let's go."
Yeah.
And then
did any of them bitch out and be like, no?
Nah, he was like, "I'm down."
Well, think about it. Like golf is fucking literally one of the most fucking like social distance fucking things that you can do. You're literally just walking around in a park. I mean, yeah, you're like in groups of people, but you're not like fucking making out and shit.
Nah.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about golf, but I know that much.
Nah, usually you're like, you could do like around, you're two people in the cart. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying. Like they opened up golf, but they said no carts, right? Like I remember one of them said that. Yeah. And then there was that lady recently that said that, they opened the tennis courts.
Yeah.
They're like, but don't touch other people's tennis balls. She's like, you can kick their balls, but don't touch them.
Dang.
Yeah.
Sounds like BDSM type.
Yeah. I posted. Let me see if I can find the video. Yeah.
You can
kick their balls.
Just don't touch them.
Yeah.
But CDC said it doesn't spread easily on surfaces, so you can touch them.
You can touch their balls, and you can kick them.
You can grab them. You can toss them to them. It's all good.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my gosh, man. So when I was in San Diego, we went. It's like this little hiking spot. It's not really hiking, but it's like this little canyon thing that's by Rebecca's house. It's in a residential area, but it's pretty dope. So we would do that. Try kind of like get out of the house because, man, just being in the house all cooped up.
Dude, it sucks. My
Every
kids,
player,
man, are crazy.
unless they're from the same household, has to bring their own tennis balls so that you don't touch other people's tennis balls with your hands. You can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. I'm gonna blush, sorry.
Some lady was all laughing in the background.
If you're playing with someone in your household, you can touch those tennis balls.
You can tell she's like so careful to like say tennis balls.
Yeah.
She had to take her time.
Yeah, she was like, I gotta make sure I said tennis balls.
The
one time she missed, and she said, "You can kick their balls." Everybody fucking laughed.
Yeah,
fucking children. I laughed.
You've never really grew up, man.
No, I laughed too.
I lolled.
I laughed when I first heard it, kicking their balls.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So I was supposed to tell. Let me tell my cousin Judy. Actually, it's really good. Would you guys say it's a smooth whiskey?
Yes.
Well, for us, I mean.
But it's smooth, it's spicy.
I don't like that. I don't like that description. I don't like that description. Because to me, smooth can be very boring.
I guess it's flavorful.
Yeah,
that's a good word. But
I'll let her know later. But I like the spiciness. I like everything that's going on.
It's round. It's like rounded on the flavor.
Well rounded.
You know what I mean?
It's not too sweet.
Good job, Belching Beaver.
Yeah, they picked a good one. Yeah, it's not too sweet. It's just. I mean, I like it. It's good. Remember when I was drinking the one that I was drinking? I said, if it was a little bit higher proof, that I would probably like it more.
Yeah. Is this one higher?
This one, I don't know if it's higher. I think
it's probably the same proof.
It's the same proof, but it has more flavor. I think.
It's probably like you said, higher percentage of rye.
Yeah. This one definitely has more of the rye flavor going on, more of the spiciness, which I find interesting. Actually, I like it.
Oh, I picked up a bottle of Lagavulin. At Costco.
You tried it?
$70. Yeah, dude. So well, we had it here. Remember, Victor gave us that bottle.
Yeah, it's up there.
It was really good.
Didn't you not care for it?
No, I didn't care for it.
I like it. I mean,
no me gustó.
Fuck.
I don't know. Scotch is. I guess it's not for everybody, because the flavor is a lot because of the. It's not the hoppiness. It was
the peat.
The peat.
It's for everybody. That Octomore was fucking delicious.
No.
When Octomore went to the whiskey festival.
Oh, that's right.
That stuff was delicious.
Oh, but I wasn't drinking that day though.
I think you tried it though. I want to say you tried it.
I probably did. I don't remember. I tried some of them. I remember.
I want to say you definitely tried that one.
Was that the one at the VIP one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did. Yeah, because I tried all of them in there.
Yeah.
That one was.
It was the one that was like really peaty.
Yeah.
It was the only. I think it was the only scotch I got that day.
I think that one I like. Because I think you got some Lagavulin too, but I don't know about that one. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But Pikesville.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Yeah. Tried. They didn't have it there this time. Remember?
No, they didn't.
They had the Texas one.
You know, the Garrison brothers.
Yeah, they had those.
So I have them on Instagram, and I was watching, and I guess they opened up a new. So they had a new bottle. I don't remember. I have to look at it, but dude, everybody lined up to go pick it up. So you could go and stop by and buy it there and pick it up. Just drives. People in helicopters came to pick it up. So it was like crazy.
Damn.
I was like, damn. I was like,
that's balling, dude.
And it came in this box, bro, with the nice. Damn, I gotta. I'll show you later. But it came in the box with the bottle, and I was like, man, that looks awesome. I tried to see if I could buy it and have it sent over here, but no, I couldn't buy it.
No. Should have had Chewy go get it.
That's true.
No, he wouldn't have done it.
You don't think? I think he would have done it.
No, he lives about an hour and a half away from there. So think about it, it'd be like
gas. It's only like $5.
What else? Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but nah, it's crazy.
Damn.
As soon as they lifted that whole no mask thing from work, they ripped off the sign on the side, so now people don't have to go in there with mask or anything like that.
I would have fucking taken my helicopter, but I let Kobe borrow it and he crashed it. So.
Damn. That what did I walk into? Holy moly!
Yeah.
You missed it,
Kobe.
Yeah.
Man, 2020 has been quite the ride. That's all I gotta say.
Jose Lopez said, "What do you guys think about Glenlivet whiskey?"
We've had it. That's pretty good. Tony Soprano's whiskey of choice.
Yeah,
it is.
Well, we have it back there.
He drinks it with a lot of ice.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to try it, man, come down.
Yeah.
Glenlivet 12.
Yeah, it's pretty good for commonly available. Like if you go to a bar, like they'll probably have Glenlivet there, more than likely.
Yeah.
So it's a good entry level scotch.
Well, speaking of bars, weren't you guys thinking that Heroes is gonna close down in Riverside?
I saw that. I didn't see anything there like that would have confirmed it, but
if they do, if you're closing, let us know. I will buy some bottles off of you.
Yes,
please.
Yeah, I don't know if they can do that.
I don't know. Either.
I don't know if they can do that.
Well, they have a liquor license, right? If they can sell you a glass, why can't they sell you a bottle?
I don't know. I think that those two different the two different types of license.
So have you?
But like, look, I'll just bring a big gulp, pour the whiskey in there,
give me the bottle,
and then you're gonna throw the bottle away anyway. So just I'll give you $1 for it, and then I'll just pour it back in there.
Dang, genius.
Yeah,
genius.
I had it recently, and I was pleasantly surprised for the price.
Yeah. It's fairly reasonably priced. I think it's like right around like maybe less than $40.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's good stuff.
You definitely get your money's worth.
Good tasting whiskey. Yeah, I think it was pretty. If I remember, I think it was pretty good with the ice too.
Oh yeah,
it was nice and refreshing.
Speaking of, do you guys think this might be good with ice?
No,
huh? No. Maybe a drop of
water. Oh, you know what? That's what I was gonna say. That's what I haven't tried. I don't know if.
But we do recommend this one though. This one's a good one.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna be able to find it.
Oh, no.
But even it by itself is pretty good though.
The normal, even the normal one. I mean, I highly endorsed it by drinking a fuckload of it. So
yeah, you did.
I had it at a bar. It was really good.
But this Belching Beaver one,
their barrel pick is pretty nice.
Very, very good pick.
Oh wow!
Did it change it?
It mellows it out.
Yeah, it mellows it out.
It still got some little punch to it though.
Yeah,
like the rye of it, or
yeah.
Is it stronger? Or
spicy?
It lasts longer. It's not as strong, but it lasts longer.
It lingers.
Yeah, it sticks around.
Speaking of Josecito and fights, it just brought to mind the recent UFC fight, UFC 249.
I don't want to talk about it.
Whoa, no! Why? What happened?
Tony Ferguson lost.
Look, bro, that's what happens. But to be fair, though, Tony was training for Khabib.
Yeah, he was.
You know, he was training for a grappling match, and then
it ended up not being. He ended up getting the complete opposite fight.
Yep. And then I don't know why freaking Eddie Bravo was telling me, "Looking beautiful out there." It's like, He wasn't.
He actually explained that.
Oh, did he?
He actually explained it.
What did he say?
He's saying that, like, really, he's a grappling coach.
No.
So, like, he said in terms of, like, because it was a striking fight and he didn't have his glasses, I guess, he couldn't really see what was going on.
Yeah.
He said that, like, at least at the end of, like, I want to say the end of, like, between the third and fourth, he said that he finally saw, like, how fucked up that Tony was. And he didn't, like, really realize it because he couldn't tell from far away without his glasses. Like, he was on the Fight Companion when he explained it. It actually, I guess it makes sense. He's basically like, dude, I'm not, he's like, I'm not a head coach. He's like, I'm basically just a guy that's there for moral support. Which, I mean, if he had, that's, he's a specialist in, in jiu-jitsu. So
your sister said, sorry, mom, whiskey drink. So is there some we don't know? Honestly, no. She corrected it to non whiskey drinker. So we add a little bit. So 1 drop of water will open up the whiskey.
Sometimes it makes it better. Sometimes it makes it worse. Sometimes it doesn't do anything.
But that's science, though. You try.
We had one that was horrible when we did that.
Tin Cup.
It was Tin Cup.
Yep. Tin Cup was not.
Yeah, but that's why, Steph.
So le cambia el sabor.
Yeah, Tin Cup was not good.
The guy that Ferguson fought, what was his name?
Justin Gaethje.
Oh my gosh.
The guy's a fucking animal, dude.
Wow, what a performance, man.
Yeah, to be able to make Tony Ferguson look like he fought Tony Ferguson is impressive.
Because it really is.
If you see some of the fights, like some of the opponents that he's fought before, he fucking just tears them up.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's UFC. That's the MMA game.
What was the translation or the closed caption? Was it gay cheese?
Yeah, gay cheese.
Gay cheese.
Yeah, and so the closed captions, like when you're watching, has the subtitles.
The auto-generated ones.
Yeah,
it said gay cheese.
It said gay. Yeah, gay cheese. Gay cheese. Man, that was. I know it sucks that Tony Ferguson lost.
It was a hell of a fucking event.
It was fantastic event.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other sports on, but even still, like, and it's not just because it's like, oh, I missed watching it because anytime it's on, I'll watch it. But there was just some amazing fights.
And Ngannou,
oh my god,
bro,
that was crazy.
Just slept him. Just bleh.
Somebody was getting knocked out for that one. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is not fucking a technical fighter. The guy has a lot of fucking kickboxing. Sorry. What's up?
Oh, y'all ain't Mexican if y'all don't drink tequila.
It's right there.
Well, Jesus, you're not Mexican if you're using y'all. Just to be fair.
Damn.
Fuck. One of those fucking Texicans.
Texicans.
Terrible.
Nah, dude, bro. This is whiskey talk, bro.
Yeah.
I've invited Jesus on. He's gonna come on one of these days.
I don't. Yeah.
He's a fellow Trump fan. So.
Yeah. So. But yeah. I mean, somebody was gonna get knocked out in that fight for sure. I mean. That's what my brother was like. Oh yeah, Ngannou's gonna win for sure. I'm like, dude, there's no for sure's. I was like, look at fucking Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Alistair Overeem. Overeem was winning that fight until like literally the last few seconds, and just fucking destroyed his lip. Like hit him so fucking hard, his lip like just blew up.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Oof.
And the fight got stopped.
Yeah.
But it just busted his lip.
Josecito said a couple of guys at my gym should have pro fights in Vegas in 3 weeks. Nice,
man. Good. That's good to hear. Are they doing? I know that they said that they're doing UFC at the Apex. Mm-hmm. But I think that I mean, it must be that the commission in Vegas is working the same way, where they're like, oh, if you guys can find a place to do it with no audience, like then they'll sanction it. I'm assuming. I mean, if you're saying 3 weeks, then they're
crazy. When I saw the MMF with no fans, I think it was better because you could hear the snap and the hit, dude.
Bro. Like some of the fucking
I was like,
you could just hear it. Yeah, like you just hear some of those things land, and then you hear them go. Like, you just fucking...
See, that's why I would like to watch that and watch boxing too, because I'm thinking the same thing.
Dude, boxing is boxing. I mean, because sometimes boxing, you'll hear some of the fucking way that they hate each other.
Even with the crowds in there.
Oh, yeah, with the crowd. So can you imagine like all quiet?
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Even Jose said it's gonna be televised with no audience. So
yeah, it's gotta. Yeah,
it has
to. Dude,
be.
when are you? When's your next fight? Because I know you're working.
He's like right now. He's like, I'm coming over.
I saw that video when he hit that other guy. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take a shot to the stomach?
By Jose? No.
Come on, bro. You got stung 20 times by wasp, bro. You can take it.
Yeah, but no.
You got penetrated 20 times.
No, I don't know about penetrate. That's
Well, the wasp, they penetrate your skin.
Yeah.
You know, with their stingers.
No, not for $100. Not for $1 million.
No? What about for a michelada?
I don't know about $1 million. I would do it. Like that one story I sent you guys.
Yeah.
That the family that found nearly $1 million in bags, like in the middle of the road.
Oh, and he turned. Oh, right. Oof, man. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Jesus said, "Don't hate on my Biden talk." He said, "Y'all." Speaking of Biden.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the thing he said recently.
You know what though?
Oh no.
So Joe Biden basically informed me today that I'm black. I'm actually black because of what he said.
Nice.
So pull up the actual
photo. Sorry.
Do it for a Glenlivet, bro.
Yeah, there you go. A bottle of Pikesville. You gotta replace that bottle of Pikesville, so you're getting socked, fool.
Shit, for a bottle of Pikesville? Two bottles of Pikesville.
2 bottles of Pikesville. He'll do it.
Because you're gonna need to drink one right away.
Yeah,
and the other one for the next day. So look up what he actually said, because I don't want to misquote it. So, but I do remember that based on what he said, I've come to realize that I'm actually black.
Dang, let's see. I'm looking up the quote. Let's see. Word for word. You know, it's kind of hard to find because.
Oh, because it's being hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I know where to find it.
But he's been getting a lot of slack though from even left leaning sources. Of course, they give him time to, they allow him to apologize and stuff and explain, but
yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
Here we go. I found it.
You found it?
Yeah. Hold on.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, you got more questions. But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
So based on that, since I've already figured it out from a long time ago, that so no problems figuring out whether I'm for him or Trump.
Yeah.
For me, so no problems there. So he said, if you have a problem figuring out if you're for him or Trump, then you ain't black. So the converse of that, or the inverse of that would be, if you figured it out, then you're black.
Yeah.
So pretty much I'm black.
Then that means I'm black too.
I guess we're all black.
Yes. I knew it. But we do all come from Africa though.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean, well, there you go.
I'm down.
So yeah, Joe Biden gets to hand out the black cards. He gets to find out who's black and who's not.
That's wild though that he said that. Dude. Like I'm not surprised that he said that though, because he said some outlandish shit. At this point, it's not even funny anymore.
No, it's funny.
Like to me, it's not. Like I feel bad for the dude. I'm like, dude, just send him home.
I don't feel bad.
Just tuck him in.
I did for a little bit,
He's
but
done.
I'm over it. Like, I mean, the fact that you would allow yourself to be used by a political party at that age.
The fact that his family allows it.
Yeah.
Like for like.
I mean, but really? who's gonna stop him? I mean.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think at this point they're gonna have to substitute Hillary in.
Yeah.
I mean,
they should just have Biden though.
They should just. I mean, I guess what they're gonna try to do is say like, oh, we'll because they know that they don't have a good chance of winning. I think. So part of me thinks that like that they're just gonna like continue to push him, but then like he won't actually get to pick the VP. It'll be the party that picks the VP. But then they don't want to risk too much of that. Like they don't want to show all their cards with that.
Yeah.
Because then obviously for the next year, it's not like the Orange Man can get reelected again. So then that's when they'll actually put forward a serious candidate, maybe. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know what the long game is.
Are you sure though? Because he's a dictator and a fascist.
That's true.
He might want to run for another, I don't know, 2-3 terms.
Yeah.
because he is a dictator. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know. We might
the orange man is bad
all the time.
Yeah, for everything.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I don't know. Joe Biden gets to decide who's black. I don't know, what year is it?
I don't know what year it is, man. Dude, so I got a new iPhone. So right now I had the Pixel 2, and then I ended up going with the iPhone. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting the Pixel 2 because it was cheaper at the moment compared to the iPhone.
Yeah, because I think they didn't have the actual. They weren't the SE like in between models.
Yeah, they were. So the Pixel 2 at the moment was like 800, and then I saw the new iPhone, the SE, it's second generation, right? It was going for like 500 or something like that. But I got the one that has like the most gigs or whatever because I tend to use a lot of gigs. It came out to like 600. And I like the size or whatever. I had already opened it. I was gonna unbox it or whatever, but I don't know. I got impatient. I was like, I want to see it already. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty dope. Can't wait to use it. It's pretty slim, so can't wait to use it. Shady. Yeah, compared to this is the Pixel right now, so I like its size.
Yeah, I don't know. I switched to an iPhone just for giggles at the time because I was gonna have to get another phone for work, and I was like, well, I already have an Android phone. At the time, I had a Nexus 6. Yeah. And I was like, well, I guess I'll get an iPhone just to try it out and see what it's about. Like I tried I had a MacBook for a while for the same reason because I was like, oh, everybody makes a big deal about these things. Like I'll get one just to try it out. If it sucks, I'll sell it. I ended up selling it. Didn't care for it. But the phone, like I started using. The more I used it, I was like, oh, okay, like I get it. And then what really sold me is like I had it for more than a year and a half and it wasn't acting up. Whereas like all my Android phones, like once they got to like year and 4 months, a year and 6 months, like they would just start acting up.
And that's how mine is right now, unfortunately. Like at like 60-50%, it'll restart if I try to like send a picture or take a picture or take a video. It'll restart. I'm like, what the heck? Like,
it's
really?
Annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It is annoying. But I remember when I had my iPhone, I didn't really have too many issues with it. No. The only issue I had was storage. But that's because I had 16 gigs or whatever.
It's not expandable.
It goes.
I mean, at the time, it was probably like what the biggest one you could probably get was like 32.
Yeah. Now they have 100 and something gigs.
Well, this one was.
I want to say this is 256.
Yeah, this is 256.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine is a 256.
Yeah, this is 256. So I was like, if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get the one with the most.
Yeah, I mean it's still expensive for what it is, especially when you realize that you can use expandable storage on other phones, but just the trade-offs just aren't worth it in my opinion. Like if I had to get another phone, I probably wouldn't get an Android phone. And I never really cared. I never really cared for the Samsung phones anyway, just because all the shit.
I just didn't like the updates all the time and stuff like that
on the Androids.
That's why I didn't like.
There's just so many like Android might have a lot of features, but honestly, I don't really use all of them.
And that's the thing too is like I was like, oh yeah, you can customize it and make it, and I did that for a little bit, and I just got tired of it. I'm like, dude, like, fucking who cares?
I just want, it's there, boom, there. That's why I like iPhone.
Yeah, that's what I liked about. That's what I missed about my old iPhone was like the simplicity. It's very straightforward. It's like, all right,
I want to go back.
You can send a picture and then, but see, here's the thing: is like the thing I'm dreading, and that's the one thing I saw on this one. I'm like, oh, I actually like that. Is the newer ones that don't have a home button.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I like that it had the home button.
Yeah.
Mine don't have.
Which is why I was like, all right, I'm down with that.
Yeah. No, the other one that doesn't have a home button and only has like the face unlock or I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Yeah. Rebecca's phone has that, like where it's like either face or, but there's like no button. I'm like, what do I push?
Yeah. Like, how the fuck do you take a screenshot? I don't know.
Yeah, how do you take a screenshot? How do you take a screenshot? Just swipe or what?
No, you just
on the ones without the home button. Because the ones with the home button, it's the home button and the power button.
You just do it like that. And it takes it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it. Dang, nice technology. My gosh. Well, I have nothing else to talk about.
I know. I haven't really fucking done anything. Or
you would think like, it's been so long, but
taco time.
I'm down.
Fuck, I had pupusas before I came, so I think I'm gonna fucking.
The chicharrón?
No, I had bean and cheese. I had I had bean and cheese, and then chicken and cheese.
I haven't had pupusas in forever.
I know.
There's a spot by my house that's fucking, dude. They're good.
I like when they put the repollo and everything on top of it.
The curtido.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, they give that to you separate at the one that I go to.
We always end up talking about food at the end.
Yeah,
we do.
That's part of it. That's the food segment now.
I know.
It's whiskey talk. It ends with food. Yeah.
Speaking of food, have you tried out your new grill?
No, dude. Tomorrow.
All right.
Don't you gotta get that block?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Depends on what you're gonna use it for.
Oh well, I was gonna do chicken for the first one.
Oh no, you'll be fine. You don't need that.
Yeah, well, and the next one, once I get the block, I'm gonna smoke some tri-tip.
Yeah,
tri-tip's easy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather start off there.
Dude, tri-tips, I do them during the week when I get home from work.
Okay.
So they probably take maybe 2 hours tops. I'll send you the stuff that I use for it.
Okay. Just
to make it easier. The thermal probes make sense. There's a way that you can there's a device that will actually control the temperature of it, but you can actually do that with the vents. But it's a little bit harder to get used to at first.
Right. That's what
once you figure it out, it's not that hard.
That's why I wanted to try something simple like chicken and stuff like that for right now, and then see.
Yeah, chicken was fine. You just make it.
Yeah, you just put it on there. Yeah.
But tri-tip, if it goes too hot, if you have the meat probes, you're basically just shooting for a temperature. Once you get too close to it, for me, I do it up to 130, and then I take it out. But before it gets there, so I'll set it up so it's I have the meat probes in there at 90 degrees internal temperature. I turn it, and then at 120, I start another a charcoal fire, so that once it gets to 130, I can just sear the outside.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll put it in the glass thing, and then I'll cover it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll slice it.
Ooh. Speaking of meat, so a few years back, I burnt these ribs really bad. It was just all charcoal. But just recently, I redeemed myself and I made some pretty good ribs.
Nice.
Pork ribs or beef ribs?
Both.
Dude, okay. So which do you prefer, pork ribs or beef ribs?
Both.
I like beef ribs. Pork ribs are good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Depends on the seasoning. I did a dry rub. I don't like doing sauce.
I like doing sauce on the side, not with it, just because it seems it gets burned and it doesn't.
So Jose was saying, what's been your takeout restaurant?
Your go-to takeout restaurant?
Yeah. I've been cooking at home most of the time.
Yeah. Well, when I was in San Diego, so one of my favorite bars is the Regal Beagle. So that's been my go-to, Regal Beagle.
Recently, because sometimes I like going out. I've been going to this called Diablos over here. Dude, I don't know what it is, but they're fucking nachos. Carne asada nachos are fucking delicious.
Where's Diablos at?
Over there off of Limonite, right next where the Domino's is at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went there once because I was, we've been cooking, and I was like, I want something different. So I went there and they said nachos, and I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck. They made the tortillas fresh, and I think that's what it is, though.
That has to be what it is.
That's what it was. And as soon as I was like, fuck. I was turned around, I was like, this is the shit right here.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get my own fryer and make my own now.
So that pupusa place that we went to today, we'll cook the whole time, but every once in a while we'll go out and get food, just because I'll be like, dude, don't make dinner, we'll get something easy. I finally figured out that to-go sushi is not the business.
No, yeah, it's not the same.
No, it doesn't taste good, especially if you get the rolls that are fried. Those are not good by the time you get home.
Yeah,
not good.
No. Yeah.
But the pupusa place is
They're probably all soggy.
Kind of, yeah. It's not as crispy. Not good. But that pupusa place is La Molienda in Rialto off of Foothill.
Oh, I think I've been there before.
It's a really small place.
Is it by El Super?
No.
Okay.
No. I know which one you're talking about. I haven't been to that one.
I went to that one years ago. That place was pretty good.
I haven't been to that. And that one's closer. I actually passed that one to go to La Molienda, but I haven't been to that one.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of those things that's for us, we figured out that it's better to call ahead. Because most of the shortest wait time we've gotten is like half an hour.
Really?
Most like today was 50 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah, but dude, they're fresh. Like that's the thing. It's like you think about it, you're like, damn, that's a long time. But it's like, dude, like they're making fucking fresh pupusas. Like, of course it takes a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good food takes a while, man.
Yeah.
You can't expect something really good to come out like that.
Making it pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
From fresh.
They're delicious. Like, yeah, just be prepared to fucking or call ahead.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's doing that now, right? Yeah. Like before, it's just like, oh, let's go over here.
Let's just go.
But now they're gonna have like a restriction for right now, so it's gonna take a while if you want to eat there to even eat there. And I'm not. Well, me personally, I wouldn't be ready to take my kids out and do
at that place. It was you didn't want to eat there anyway. Like, it was really small. Like,
oh, okay.
They probably had like 2 tables like inside, and like the places, dude. I'm telling you, like probably the eating area, and they have an eating area outside, but like the eating area inside, and the area where you order, and then the kitchen. Is probably as big as this garage, maybe like 3/4.
Damn,
it's tiny, dude.
Wow.
Dude, you know what I've been wanting to find good menudo. I have not found good menudo.
Oh man.
Here, I'll satisfy with I think what's over here.
I heard Riviera has some decent.
I tried that. I wasn't a big fan of it.
What about Tams?
Tams was pretty good. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's there.
I haven't had fucking menudo in forever. But only because it's not that I don't like it. It's one of those things. Like again, it's like
you gotta because
of what it is. You know, you want to go to a place that actually makes it. That does a good job at it.
Right. I haven't tried Mr. Tacos because I heard that one's pretty good. But I haven't had
their menudo is pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had theirs, but I heard it was pretty good. So
menudo sounds good,
right? I have it. I try to have it every Sunday.
I haven't had it in a long ass time.
Arlene's like, as soon as I wake up, and she's like, "What are you gonna eat?" I'm like, "I'm gonna get some menudo."
I don't think Jen would like it because she's like weird about like food textures.
Like the tripe, yeah, it's kind of
yeah, because it's different.
Lining.
Dude. But that's the thing. It's like there's a different, like if you go to a certain place, like my mom used to get like the different kinds when she would make it. And there would be like, you know, the soft one, and then like
the
kind of the
honeycomb looking one.
Yeah, the honeycomb that was like the soft, and then the thicker one that was like that's like kind of like more chewy. Like that was my favorite.
Yes.
Not the honeycomb one. The honeycomb one was like
Yeah.
But like no, the one that's almost like pork belly. Like how that's like
thick.
Like that texture.
It's kind of like stringy.
Yeah. That one was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was thinking. So now, what's this episode 98?
98, yeah.
What are we gonna do for 100?
Quarantine.
I was just thinking about that right now. I was
are we gonna make it to episode 100? I don't know. We might get locked down
again. I don't know.
Shit. The second wave.
Fuck.
Trump said he's not gonna close.
Second wave. No, but we should have the 100 before.
What would crack me up is like people comparing other countries to our results. Like, yeah, other countries have smaller populations, easier to control.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, oh, you want to compare your small ass country? Like, okay, cool. Like, look at Montana.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like there's
nobody
cases,
there. And there's like 2 cases probably. Like
maybe
something ridiculous.
Everybody's so spread apart.
Didn't Hong Kong only had like 5 cases?
I don't know about Hong Kong. I think you may be thinking of Taiwan.
I know New Zealand had they're open now, like completely open, but they have like what?
Oh no, they're gonna die.
Oh yeah, but they have like what? Maybe 2 million people living there.
Yeah.
That's like LA.
It's not even LA. Like LA is probably more than that.
I honestly don't know what the population is.
Yeah, it's like it's LA, but like it's spread out on like the way bigger landmass. You know. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like the fact that like some counties really just took. I mean, at least in California, some counties really just took like the approach that like LA County took. Mm-hmm. And LA County is fucking stupid. They were talking about like, oh yeah, we're not gonna open until there's a vaccine.
4.8 million in New Zealand.
So like in the landmass of what? Just freaking gigantic compared to LA.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see LA population. So I'm for opening up, not like nationwide, but depending on, what
the cases are.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, I'm just at this point, it's just whatever.
Dude, 12 million. LA.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Fuck.
I mean,
3 times.
And that's not even including Riverside or San Bernardino County.
And like, yeah, no. And that's like you said, like LA's so like dense.
Yeah.
New Zealand, spread out.
Yeah.
You know what the one thing that you never heard about?
Huh.
How COVID-19 affected the homeless population.
That's true.
Because if you look at how they live, like...
But their immune system is probably strong as fuck because...
I mean, is it
the way they live.
Is it
true?
though?
I don't know.
Some guy in LA was suing the county because they weren't doing anything about the homeless population.
I gotta ask my cousin because he was he's social worker and he was working very closely with the homeless population.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a question I want to throw at him, like not throw at him, but ask him. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and I don't mean that in an insensitive way. I mean
No.
that in like a genuinely curious kind of way because, like, I mean, you see how they live, like they live closer together.
mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Hygiene maybe not the best because they don't have
Right.
the
They don't
means to
have
do
showers
it.
and stuff. Yeah.
Like, I mean, fuck, you would think that, like, I mean, the way that everybody got locked down, like that these people were just there is no homeless now because they're all dead in their fucking tent.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know right now Tijuana is getting hit pretty hard. Like
Yeah,
most
Mexico's getting pretty hit.
most of the cases, well, Tijuana because it's so densely populated too.
Oh yeah, they're close.
Most of the cases in San Diego right now, like that UCSD's taking in, like the majority, like 90%, from Mexico, Hispanics. Like maybe 1 or 2 of those people in those trials or whatnot, or in those studies, like they're from here. The majority are coming from TJ.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, so what do you guys think about the UFO thing?
So UFO, unidentified flying
okay.
object.
So the UFO thing, that's nothing new. That was already like out. That's like fucking murder hornets. Like you're trying to make this a news story. Like that was out already.
That was out, but also you gotta keep in mind, unidentified flying object could mean anything.
Doesn't mean
it's aliens.
Yeah, it could be blue.
It's aliens.
You think so?
I think it's alien.
I think it's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He took the red pill.
Yeah. Me too.
Dude, that tweet.
Dude, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, like just the way that he fucking was like, you know, if we good one. I'm not gonna get it. You better watch that shit. Oh, I just kicked it. I think.
You did.
Now it's really fucking dirty.
I can't get it now. Where'd it go?
Fucking T-Rex arms over here.
No, it was a while.
Look, it has dog hair on it. Yeah, you better watch that.
Yeah,
shit.
you better watch that, bro.
That shit has coronavirus on it for sure. But the way that he handled it, the leadership that he showed up was like, look, I'm gonna be back at work. If you're gonna arrest anybody, arrest me.
Yeah.
You know, that's leadership.
I give him props for that.
That's leadership. That's not fucking like, you guys go work and I'll be in my, I'll be somewhere else.
A lot of progressives hate him now.
But how? He was
I don't know.
like, but
he's.
I wonder how many people. How many of them are burning their fucking Teslas or driving them into the ocean or whatever the fuck they would do in protest. None of them.
He's the people's billionaire. Like no, there's no people's billionaire.
No, there's not. I mean, that's for the same reason that like these celebrities can't relate to what the fuck everybody else is living. It's disconnected.
Yeah, definitely disconnected, man. I can't stand watching commercials with celebrities like, oh, make sure you support your local diners and takeouts. It's like, yeah, but some people can't afford that.
Yeah.
Right now, you know how expensive it is to get shit fucking Uber Eats or Grubhub, man.
That shit is ridiculous.
I did that once with this place that's like right down the street from my work. $30 for something that usually cost me, I don't know, maybe 12.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And that's because I tipped them, and I'm gonna tip the person, whatever. But damn.
Yeah, they gave you the tip. Then they didn't give you the tip. They gave you the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I gave it to myself. I said, all right, just give it to me.
Yeah, I was like,
whatever.
I've done it a couple times. I don't know how people use that all the time.
I'll eat the cat poop. I don't care.
And the fucked up thing is like, I've seen some of the like. So if say we've ordered something right now from fucking Uber Eats or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
If I contacted the app and said, hey, they forgot this part of my order, the entire order fucking the restaurant doesn't get paid for.
No.
Yep.
That sucks. Yep. That sucks for the restaurant, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've seen that.
No,
too.
pues wow.
No.
And you know people can fucking be dicks about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
and here's the thing is I tried it a couple times. One time I tried it with Wingstop. It was not good.
No.
Like by the time I got it, like it was cold. Like it wasn't good.
Well, Wingstop hasn't really had some good. Even the one over here, bro. I don't even go
Really?
there. Yeah.
Has it been that bad?
Yeah.
Dang, that's kind of depressing because
It's
I like
rubbery
Wingstop.
and I'm like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like with Buffalo Wild Wings. Like when I used to go, it was good, and then it just started fucking declining. Like when we went to go watch the new Star Wars movie, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings because somebody gave us a gift card, and we went. Dude, it was garbage.
Yeah, it's hard.
I was like, yeah, now I know. Now I remember why it is. I stopped coming here. Like it was bad.
Dang. You know it's good.
Hey.
Chicken? Hi. I'm not the daddy though. It's Eddie's kid.
Yeah, I'd rather just make it myself here at home.
You know it's good chicken? Firebird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I
have to go back.
Go back, dude.
That's a.
Oh my gosh, the chicken's so. Oh, my mouth is watering right now. So juicy.
The fucked up thing
So
is like that.
flavorful.
Like she closes so early. I mean, I guess she has to. You know.
Well, yeah, of course.
But it's like.
We gotta go over like the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Make a trip.
It's gotta be planned. Like you can't just.
Or
you can't.
We
just
would have
be
to
like,
order it on the phone and be like, "We'll be there around this time."
So I work in Anaheim. I can
If
go
possible.
maybe after work, pick some up, and then bring it over here.
It's still far though.
That is far.
Yeah, you have to wrap that thing.
It's gonna be
tinfoil.
cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold.
No. We'll coordinate something with her. I'm sure we can figure
Yes.
it out. We tell her we're gonna go.
Definitely, because man, I've been dreaming about that chicken, those chicken sandwiches, and oh man, the cheese sticks were good too.
Dude, that cheese was crazy.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Big ups to Firebird, man.
Da-na-na.
On that note,
Right.
are we
guys
gonna be
have
here
to-
next week or
I mean, it's up to
play
you
it by
guys.
ear?
I don't know. I mean, I
Play-
don't.
play it
I'm
by
not
ear.
coughing or anything yet. So.
I'm not either.
I'm good right now.
So I guess if you guys see us here, that means we didn't die.
Yeah.
We didn't get the Rona.
Oh, one thing I did pick up hobby wise is making cold brew.
Yeah, I
Oh,
haven't.
that's right.
I haven't been making cold brew.
Good stuff.
I usually do that like during the week when I go to like, because I have an espresso machine, but that takes too long in the morning. So typically I'll make cold brew and then take that on my way to work. But since I'm at home, I've just been drinking, espresso lattes in the morning.
Does it smell like a fucking skunk or just me?
It's just you, bro. Chirper
It's
lip.
just you, yeah.
Chirper lip.
I
I
guess.
think Arlene was hotboxing in there with the kids.
Doesn't share.
Well, on that note, that's what we're gonna end it on. Kids hotboxing.
Yeah.
You get CPS calling you.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's all right. They're not coming anyway.
No.
They're scared.
Just coughing them, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Later.
Good seeing.
Bye.
Good being on.
Yep.
Late.
Bye.